Hey, Spes Familia. Thank you for joining us. So, my top 3 tips for making your New Year's resolution stick. So, your resolutions, your goals, your intentions, whatever it might be that you are putting in place for yourself for this new year, these top 3 tips that I have are really going to help these things stick for you so that you are successful, so that you are going to see results, because resolutions are great, but results are better. Am I right? Give me a comment if you think it's right. Okay. So, top 3, we're going to jump right into it because I know your time is precious. So, topic number 1 is you are too busy, that you don't have enough time. This is an issue, a barrier that so many people face when they set a New Year's resolution. And this can even go a little bit deeper, because some people's New Year's resolutions are, hey, I'm going to get more organized. I'm going to plan more. I'm going to use a planner. And they have all these really great ideas of how they're going to become more organized and use their time better, manage their energy better, which is great. I'm all for it. I am all about that. But just because it is a new year does not mean there is magically more time and that you are magically going to learn how to manage your time better and manage your energy better. What it really comes down to is what processes, what systems are you going to put in place so that you are managing your time and you are managing your energy, that you are having a system for how you are planning things, where you are putting it. Is it in your phone? Is it in a paper planner? How are you following up and making sure that you are not forgetting? Are you just hoping and praying and putting stuff here and putting stuff there and thinking that you're going to remember it? The systems, the processes are so key for this, for making this a reality for you. It has to become a routine. It has to become a habit. You have to create a system for yourself of where you're going to put things, how you're going to follow up, and when you're going to follow up with them. So that is very key if you are going to be undertaking this planning and this organizing for the new year, or when this topic of I'm too busy, I don't have enough time. There is enough time. We always have enough time for the things that are important to us. So if whatever resolution and whatever goal is important to you, then you will make time for it. All right, into number 2. You will lose motivation. You will lose inspiration. This happens to us all, me included. If this has happened to you, raise your hand, give me a little hand emoji, give me something, because this does happen. Nobody is immune to it, but it's just, how do we work through that? How do we get over the loss of motivation, the loss of inspiration? And what I have found by working with clients and talking with people is, many times it is we lose the deeper why of why we chose this resolution, why we chose this goal, why we chose this intention. We lose that. And it gets buried under so much other stuff. And like, it gets buried under the time issue too. We get so overwhelmed with everybody's wants and wishes, and we lose our why of why this was important, why I chose this as a goal for myself, why you chose that as a goal for yourself. And sometimes we lose our self-worth even around that, because we push ourselves to the back and we forget that we wanted this for ourselves, but we're not creating boundaries and systems and processes in place. And we forget our why. And I really want you to think hard about your why, that deep, deep why of why you want something. And I want you to put that everywhere. I want you to put it on your phone, on your screensaver. I want you to put it on your computer as your screensaver. I want you to make sticky notes. I want you to do everything you can. Vision boarding is amazing. Do something so that you are going to see this all the time. If it is that important to you, you will put it somewhere so that it is a constant reminder. And that will help you really connect to that deeper why. And we got to revisit it. Let me tell you, you got to revisit it. But it is so much better when you have put it in places and that you are intentional about revisiting that and seeing it every single day. It is so powerful. Number 3 is self-doubt. And self-doubt can show up in so many different ways. And self-doubt really can begin to creep up when you don't really, sometimes when you make a mistake, I guess is kind of the way I would put it, because that's how it feels to us. Like we made a mistake, or we didn't do what we said we were going to do, or it didn't work out exactly like you wanted it to work out. And the self-doubt starts to creep in because we want to be perfect. We want to stay on track all the time. But is that always going to happen? Is it always possible? No, it's real life, honey. Real life. Can I get an amen? Let me get a hand if you agree with that. It's real life. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days, right? So the self-doubt, criticism, somebody said something to you, right? Somebody made a comment, sometimes not so nice. Maybe they mocked you, or maybe they're making fun of you. That can really hurt. That can really cause a lot of that self-doubt. And it's going to happen. Just admit it. It is going to happen, and be ready for it. And the way that you are ready for it is you change the self-talk. You change your pattern of thinking, because you know that's not true. You know that it was just a blip in the road, and that you're going to get right back on. You know your deeper why, and that's really going to anchor you and hold you to that. And you know that you are putting in the time, that you have a system and you have a process behind that, and that will keep you going. And when that self-doubt creeps in, just think the deeper why. This is just a moment in time. This doesn't mean I'm a failure. This doesn't mean that this is the end. I'm going to keep on going. Okay. So these are my top 3 tips to help you stick with your New Year's resolutions. Let me know in the comments which one, number 1, number 2, or number 3, do you love the best? And give me a comment. Let's have a little conversation about it. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. But definitely, and extra bonus points if you want to let us know, what are your New Year's resolutions, your goals, your intentions? What are they? How can we support you in your goal and your resolution? Because we're here. We're all about that. The Spice Familia is all about supporting each other and uplifting each other and making you be successful. Just like I said in the beginning, resolutions are great, but results are so much better. All right, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. That's all I have. So don't forget, for a balanced life, just add